I don't want to, make one demographic feel, a certain kind of way because it could come across that real quick.
You're
Just
absolutely right.
just with that one, us, we bullshitting, but somebody else
Right.
be like, you know what, man, I done fought my whole life to, have the right to my personal fucking Mr. Potato Head or
Right.
whatever. But like I said, we could go down the rabbit hole because I actually, man, when you brought that up, man, I was just thinking about this article I saw about how they're about to start putting in, I think it was in the South somewhere, transgender boys, running track as a female or whatever. And I guess he's smoking motherfuckers. It's like, you got to put in a law saying that you can't participate in certain sports. You got to go by what's on your birth certificate, not by what you identify as. And I think that's right. Whether people feel a certain type of way, because I was talking to the lady and she was saying there's some dude out here who's transgender and he's a boxer and he's knocking out these chicks. You know what I mean? He's KOing these girls. I wonder why.
Let me.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me break it down. Okay. and no, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it cool because again, I don't think we said anything wrong, but at the same time, man, people perceive what the fuck they want nowadays for whatever.
Exactly. Exactly.
So this is the thing, and I agree with what Ed just said. There's two boys that's whooping everybody's ass in high school. Excuse me. Two whatever you want to call them.
Young ladies. All right.
Okay.
Young ladies, you call them young ladies.
You're the designated person to say that. So and I'll point to you. so I'm pointing at you.
Hey man, we gotta be respectful.
Yes, young ladies.
So the young ladies, okay, are running track and they whooping the shit out of all the organic young ladies. And these motherfuckers then took first and second in the high school meets. Now, there's a young lady who's pissed off about it, and I think she wrote some documentary. She's bringing up a lawsuit because she's like, "Come on, man, I get what y'all trying to do." She says, "I don't have a problem with them being transgender, but come on, man, they got natural advantages being that they're males, and you can say male,
right?
They don't want to be called boys or men; they're males." And she's saying that they got natural advantages. Fast forward, there's one in college. There's a transgender woman in college whooping all these motherfuckers' asses. There's a wrestler that's whooping these motherfuckers' asses. There's a MMA motherfucker who, if you watch Joe Rogan, he talked about it. It goes by the name of Fallon Fox. And as a man, apparently this motherfucker wasn't shit. Since he's listen. Since this motherfucker switched over and changed his gender, and now she's fighting as a woman, this motherfucker has cracked 2 organic women's skulls. That's,
I think, what the lady of the house is talking about.
Right.
And it's like, man, it went too far. And
right.
On the school level, they say kids are, parents are feeling a certain type of way not because of what they're identifying as, but it's literally taking away somebody's scholarship. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You knocking her out the runnings of, getting this scholarship, getting that money, put all the gender stuff aside or whatever. We're talking about the money aspect.
There's a show called Abba and Preach, and they break all this shit down. And there's a power lifter, transgender power lifter, broke at every fucking record in the first meet. There's a cyclist, broke every record. And what they did was they juxtaposed that to the transgender men. These motherfuckers ain't winning no competitions. None. So you can make whatever bullshit argument that, people want for whatever reason they want to make it, but physiology is physiology. We can change the titles, but motherfucker, it's dick and balls and it's breast and cooch.
Hey, hold on. These are civil rights heroes, okay? You talk about them respectfully.
What did I say disrespectful?
I don't know, but they ain't no fucking civil rights heroes either. I'm still waiting for one of these motherfuckers to come out there and say, I can do whatever you can do, bitch, but I can do it better.
But better.
Like I said,
I'm
you
waiting
saw-
for
you
one
saw
of these
what happened.
motherfuckers. You know they got the balls to say it. I'm waiting
Oh.
for one of these motherfuckers to go out there and do that.
You saw what happened when Caitlyn Jenner came out. That whole big deal and how they celebrated during the ESPYs and all that other stuff. I was just like,
Yeah.
Woman of the year.
Over
Was that
Serena
it?
Williams.
Woman of the
And,
year.
but listen, here's the joke about that shit, right? Here's a joke.
Because women been women their whole lives and they never got that shit.
No. Check this shit out. Right, that too. But here's the joke about it. And this is why you should be able to talk about it. These motherfuckers love saying Serena Williams looks like a man.
Mhm.
That's
How
their
about that?
shit.
How about that?
She looked like a man and she built like a man. But then you turn around and you give a motherfucker who ain't competed in 40 years as a man, mind you. You turn around and give a motherfucker with a wig on and a dress, but got a dick. You turn around and give that person an award, but you don't get this actual woman who don't look shit like a man an award. Who's probably the best, one of probably the top 3 best athletes of this fucking century. She's that fucking good.
Yeah.
She's humble enough to sit up there and say, "Yeah, I can't beat no man," but if you watch the shit she does on a tennis court, so I think we all just playing fucking games. Certain people are playing games and the rest of us are playing along, so we ain't gotta have motherfuckers attacking us on Twitter. That's just what it is, man. You cracked 2 women's fucking skull, man. But we not supposed to say nothing. Come on, man. But then here's the flip side. I've seen people say this, and I want to know what y'all brothers think. If it's such a big problem and these women complain so much, why in the fuck won't they boycott?
I think it's a sensitive subject, man. I mean, shit, look at this. We don't even want to talk about this shit.
Yeah.
And it's a sensitive fucking subject.
Yeah, I'm letting you
go
vent,
out-
man. I'm letting you vent, get it out there, how you feel. Started with Mr. Potato Head. Now we are,
All right. Go ahead. I want to hear this.
You go out there and boycott, man, and you might be standing next to them crazy church psychopaths. They're out there talking about God hates gays and shit.
That's why it's a slippery slope, man. Because you mess around and
you'll get boycott it, man.
You'll get the wrong ally.
You all together.
Yeah, you get the wrong ally.
Okay. Let me rephrase this. Maybe not boycott, but why don't they just say, "Look, man, we ain't running, we ain't fighting, we ain't competing against motherfuckers until it's us." Because we ain't said nothing wrong in this conversation, and you're right. It shouldn't be where it shouldn't be where, like, you can say anything about a black person you want. You can say anything. We say something about a motherfucker, it's to hell with their career. They say something, is sorry, wait a few months, and they back at the job.
That's if they get fired.